Well, hello there, welcome back to IVATOPIA's Let's Play. I always mess the name up, Tyranny. Anyway, this is episode 37, and like I said, I'm IVATOPIA. Okay, I was having a chat with her, I messed up slightly, just me which hand I used, and I was annoying her, then I went to click right, and I misclicked click left. Hopefully it doesn't make a difference. You know, she gave me something special on my left, or whatever, no. But anyway, how may I assist you? How may I be of assist? Tell me about Levin's Crossing. I don't see much of it, only this. She points to the roof and the walls of the forge. She never outside, because personally I don't see any toilets in here or other rooms, so you would have to, unless you're peeing in a toilet. Actually, this could be the pee. Ew, or this. Or this, ew. Actually, yeah. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Roof and walls. Levin and her merchant crew settled this area a while back. The brave fools built bridges over the old wall and made themselves a crossroads, trading posts, real pioneer spirit stuff. The whole place might have been ignored by Karras' forces, said somebody discovered there's an iron somewhere. Can't wash your clothes in the river without them coming out rust-tinged. So the iron made Levin's Crossing important enough for Karras to want it for himself. It made good sense to move some of the force-bound hero to Levin's Crossing. Easy to put us near the iron instead of shipping it over mountains. That, and this is a crossroads, we can resupply our allies faster than ever from our new workshop. Interesting. Maybe like force bound. For centuries, the guild has sought the union of magical and manual perfection, while others concern themselves with the arcane for the sake of inordinate power. We study it to overcome the traditional limits of our arts and crafts. The forge is our dominant, sorry, concentration of study, but not all forge-bound work metal. Some are weavers, carpenters, and one of our order members fascinates himself a chef. The wise and mighty Karras has been kind to our guild. He often offered to put our weapons and armor in the hands of those who would change the world. A broad smile overcomes her face, and he has been true to his word. Force-bound iron has trampled the tears and all that oppose Karras. Forces rest their heads on force-bound spears. Can you tell me about the Force-bound Masters? Zaldura is the best leader I have had the pleasure of working under. She guides the Force-bounds. Okay, got you. With a steady yet stern hand, guaranteeing all of the work is of the utmost quality and peerless. Peerless? Okay, in every regard, whatever that means. I am Zeldin's second, which is why I am the Force Master for Levin's Crossing. She points at Lutus. He is my second. Should anything... So if you're someone's second and he's your second, shouldn't he technically be the third? You know, they're number one, you're the second, he's the third. Just saying. By saying he's your second and... It kind of makes you number one, but then you're not number one because the other person's number one. You know what I'm saying? Think you like this, don't you? Okay, he's my second. Should anything happen to me, I haven't worked with him long, so I don't know much about him or the true long-lasting quality of his work. But he was appointed by Zeldin, so he must be good at what he does. Can you make me something magical? Why make weapons if you can kill your foes with magic? Why walk if you can pay porters to carry you? She shakes her head with a huff. We have ways to protect ourselves from those who would abuse us, but we study the arcane for the purpose of building, not destroying. We leave that to others. They can take our implements and use them to sour chaos if they choose. I would rather take chaos and force order on it. How exactly does your magic help make things? Our most important rituals bind the craft, the tools and materials into one entry. She cracks a nervous smile close enough. In my own work, the forge bind draws the whole of my senses to the edge of the blade. I'm tempting. I can see the tiniest notch. I touch my finger to the blade and feel the razor sharpness without breaking my skin. Let's speak of something else. Nah. Can you make me magical? No. She smiles and shakes her head. But almost everyone asks. Relics of arcane power must grow into themselves. They can never be made from nothing. She points her finger in the air and smiles. But what I can do is use my magic to swing my hammer with perfect precision, or work at a cantrip to handle molten metal with my bare hands. Wow. Let's speak of something else. Can you make something for me? Are you well? You look weary. Aesthetic. Her voice is matter of fact, and a smile creeps in. The ritual of the force links heart to hammer. My blood beats only when I strike my ignorant. My forge runs too hot if my breath becomes too hurried. The bond is both fracturing and exhilarating. Couldn't that kill you? Is that how you excel at craft? Fascinating. Let's speak. Could that kill you? I should hope so, she laughs, her face blushing the colour of molten metal. Better than being defiled and killed by brigands, poisoned by grain rot, or slain by childbirth. Would not a shoulder wish to die in battle? Is this how you excel at your craft? Well, that's the practice, she scowls. But yes, the rituals link the senses to the materials and the body to the tools. My hand becomes a joint, the hammer the true end of my arm. I feel the heat of the force, as if it were the weather of the room. Under such circumstances, the true focus can emerge. Fascinating. Let's speak of all that matters. Can you make me something? Can? She lifts an eyebrow. Most certainly. Will? Well, Carson invented cues for a reason. She lets slip a sigh. I have every iron worker and every scarlet curse ringleader sending me bribes and flattering in hopes that I would work off schedule and make them some special this or one of a kind that. Her mouth moves as if to speak, but she falls silent, folding her arms. I did not realize the quest was so faultless. Of my apologies. I will pay you very, very well. Forget I met mass. You gain favour. He gained a 10 subject with Silverburn. I get unreasonable demands every day, but it's not the volume, it's the purpose. She lowers her voice to a near whisper and steps close to you. I do resent that Carus's demands reduce our work to mere quotas. I should be allowed to customize my work for every soldier. Only appreciates apprentices have anything to learn from making the same size helmet again and again. Forget I asked. That I will. Well, whatever. That was delightful. Oh, I want to get in there.
Good thing I keep a torsion wrench handy.
Yeah, bound hammer. Nice. How big? Not bad. Ooh, headhunter. Variable headhunter can be crafted as a spine. Nice. The armor is newly made by the forge bound. It is still warm to the touch. Thank you. Where are we going now? There's a ransack juke. Hover your mouse over Emily's selection circle to see your chance to hit with your next attack or ability. Interesting. That's nice artwork, isn't it? Ah, that's cool. Look like the little waterfalls. That's beautiful, that is. Tree's seen better days, though. Okay, did we touch you before? Oh, I don't think we spoke to you, so no. The edibles are creepy. I don't know how to sell live here. We only sell to members again, whatever. What about you? To be hiding. We only sell. Okay. So I guess it's this place. And then the big place up there. Oh, actually. That's there's two. Oh, sugar muffins. Good more than one. We're coming. Oh, and this we missed. Grab it, grab it, grab it.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Ah, that's good. Sell that for quite a bit. Some money back. So we have this place and that place. So let's check this place out. Different enemies are susceptible to different types of damage. Identifying their weakness will give you an edge in battle. Ah, hello, old boy. What are you doing here? What's this? Ow. Yay. I only used that, so I didn't need to buy one. Oh well. The sun burnt mine. I was going to read that as tits then. Nips. No, dips. Dips. I can remember. His head is greeting. An outsider never arrives alone, at least. That is what my mother always said. Seems she knew what she was talking about. He nods thoughtfully at his own words. I'm Eldar. Welcome to Livens Crossing. Oh, didn't they say you were the leader? So why are you in a little shack on your own, not in the big building? You must be the one everyone's talking about. Tunan's Faithbinder, right? Elder looks you over and shrugs. Hearing stories about your exploits in Velden Well, I expected you to be 12 feet tall and shoot fire from your mouth. I can kind of shoot it from my hand and my staff, but mouth would burn my tongue. You know, tonsils and won't be to eat for days. From your mouth. Can't always tell the contents of a pie from its crust, can you? No, unless you open it up first, but you ain't opening me up. Not really a fan of the way you use your weapon to say hello, but this isn't the first time blood was shed over Levin's Crossing. It certainly won't be the last, and I won't pretend I'll miss the Brotherhood. Silly Frody. Enough of my prattling. You didn't come here for a history lesson, or to get my opinion on your grandeur. He waved his hand dismissively at his previous comment. What can this old fool do for you? Can I ask you some questions about Leven Crossing? If you have questions about our settlement, I'm the one to ask. I've the dubious distinction of being the oldest living resident of Leven's Crossing, so I've been here for a lot of its history. Other smiles, eyes, hips, hair, and hearing might be failing, but my mind still remembers everything that's happened here. Ah, caramba, what would you like to know about? I'll do my best not to go on too long about it. I know I have a problem keeping my conversation short, I've noticed. I'd like to ask about the crossing history. Ugh. If you have questions about the goings-on in Crossing, I'm wanted to ask. I've been here for more of its history than anyone else. He smiles. What would you like to know? Who was Lavender? The biggest pain in the... Wow. That's nice, because that's what you named after, everywhere. Your Crossing is. I ever knew. He turns bright red, blushing at the words, then lets out a huge guffle. Okay, whatever. I suppose I shouldn't talk about my mother like that. Oh. It's your mother. She was a mediocre merchant, but a great leader. The war in Northern Kingdoms cost her a very lucrative trade route up north, but she managed to earn trade stewardships from Karas, and for a short time she had a monopoly on grain, salt, and tin here. In the tears, what did my grandmother say? Give a blind man time and a pile of rocks, and everything he hit a target. Huh? What did my grandmother say? Give a blind man time, she's got time, and a pile of rocks, and eventually he would... Oh, that makes sense. I see what you're saying. As long as he wants, he's got a pile of rocks, he's going to hit the target eventually. He shrugs. Not to say she didn't deserve it, but I think luck played a bigger part in her success than actual talent. Wow. But Carson gives and Carson takes. The next year, Leven was stripped of her trade rights. Suddenly she had a large staff, but no goods to trade, and no means to pay anyone. Ooh, large staff. Oh, I read that as staff as, you know, fighting staff, not staff as in employees. That's why I was like, huh? But she was a stubborn one and knew if she just kept at it, eventually things would turn around for her. She figured. She fingered the trade goods. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna finger it tonight. No, figured the trade goods could come to us. The location was good enough. It's crazy how that would happen. So she decided to concentrate on making an existing local settlement into the centre of the commons for the tiers, and by the claws of a beast, she did just that. I thought she was crazy, choosing a town nested up in the old walls. But apparently she knew what she was doing. It wasn't long after that, and it was renamed Leven's Crossing. With the bridges over the old walls, she was the only place to go if you wanted to take weeks off your trip. Eventually she hired the Bronze Brotherhood to act as a local guard. We were big enough and had enough commons to warrant the protection. Was your mother? Of course. How did you think I became the Reeve of the Crossing? It's certainly not my storytelling or charm. Yeah, tell me. I may be the oldest living resident here, but that surely is not a good enough reason to make someone a leader, though. Come to think of it, neither is just being the offspring of a former leader, he laughs. That's kind of how royalty works, but still. But like it or not, that's how things are. My mother was a wonderful woman. She might not have been the nicest person, and she might not have been over fond of a Dallas here, or there, or there, but who isn't? He face sobers. What? Here, or there, or there, or there. May her rest be ever free of disturbance. How did you build the old wall bridges? Loveland was the mastermind of that. She could tie a knot with one hand. One string, I remember watching her draw systems of ropes and knots in the sand, telling me what they would do when built. I thought she was crazy. She says she got the idea for the bridge from seeing galleys pulled out of the sea into a dock. Apparently, the hardest part was getting the initial climbing team to brave the old walls and set the first ties. Apparently you can pay a man enough rings for him to overcome his fear of old walls predators. Why did you settle here? Necessity. The rope bridges let us cross the old walls with them. It didn't matter what trade rights we had. We'll be at the crossroads to the northern tiers, an unbeatable location. The siege of Aradan and the Beep city ended up helping us. All those folks heading to points east crossed through our little settlement, and many of them decided to stake a claim with us. By then, Livendor discovered there was iron in our river. She thought it would make us rich, but it also made us a target. Why is Curse interested in the crossing? Oh, I didn't read the last bit. Oops. Iron plain and simple. Now we have the forge bound here, tolling away with the ore. They pour from the river. We're being squeezed for our resources. If you're after a drink, better to squeeze fruit than a stone. And if you would seem, it would seem many people find those to be very juicy indeed. There was a merchant who tried to peddle iron rocks as magical because they came from areas near the old worlds. One of the people he sold it happened to be a disfavored courier. I ain't gonna go down well, is it? The courier then showed the rock to a forge-bound master who immediately recognized its potential for making superior weapons. Yeah. So you actually told them about your stuff. Wow. It was brought to Karen's attention, and soon afterwards soldiers and force-bound came to Living's Crossing. They came with such force, our options were to either comply with that, or what they wanted, or die. What does the Brotherhood want? Why does the Brotherhood want Living's Crossing? Land, breeding stock. They've been here longer than I have, so maybe they consider it home too, but Crescent purse masters are no longer paying them to fight, and if a missionary is killing for free, something's suspect. In the end, I suppose it doesn't matter. Ratamon will never let go. He feels he owns this town, and he aims to have it his way. What would you like to know about? I'll do my best not to go on too long about it. I know I have a yeah, I know. I have other questions. And I'll be on my way for a moment because we're in an episode here, so let's go on the good stuff. And next week I'll carry on talking to this dude. Hopefully we can check the other building out and find. Oh, let me take this first. Water! Since you said the river's bad, I'll take it. Okay, let me serve. What am I able to 7? No. And then next week, hopefully, I'll be able to check the other building out for this conversation with him, and then to go to the main, what I believe is the main area. And if it is the main area, and hopefully I can finally kill this guy who's in charge, because I believe he ran when I fought at the start, didn't he? And I killed her, but not him, so. Anyway, last good stuff, and bye for now, people. Have a great day. Bye-bye.